Hello all, this is Cerb here. I made this vid because some little fuck decided to get on Project Gun Game on December 7th and spammed the join lobby with the message Cerberus Hydra lost and the video URL that linked to this vid. He had no regard to the people who actually wanted to join an actual game where they can play. I'm just going to point that out. That's not a nice thing, man. Secondly, nobody would actually spam it with a message that literally said, Cerberus Hydra lost, without, the only incentive would be to get some response from Cerberus Hydra. Get a response from me. And guess what? You got a fucking response from me. I'm pissed. So, whatever. Here's my actual response. Video breakdown of why your vid is just, it doesn't prove anything whatsoever. You did not own all on Project Gun Game, and Reddit, Mod, and I are not noobs. Now let me spell out what I mean. The first part of this video, owning all on Project Gun Game. We see pretty laggy room. At least it looks pretty laggy. Not to mention that Mod and Reddit both say that there's a shit ton of lag. Sooner or later we'll find out that is pretty true. Not to mention that Bob, okay, quote unquote Bob. Anyways, Bob has the highest kill score. Okay, you have the highest kill score. Doesn't mean anything. You could just stay in the room the longest and have the highest kill score. You could do that too. Also, Reddit, his score is just 7 kills behind yours. Same number of deaths. Anything to say about that? Modinary joined later. He has a 1-to-1 KD. You guys have been spamming rockets everywhere. I don't expect him to live very long, but still is able to maintain a 1-to-1 KD. Is that possible? Not if you're a noob, bitch. Alright, back to this. Me, also 1-to-1 KD. Earlier, you can see, I have a pistol. Now, what was I here to see? There. That's what I'm looking for. Lag. You can see Sleep is the host. You can also see that Sleep is the guy who's recording this, therefore Sleep is Bob, otherwise he won't record this and then post as Bob. Yes, he probably doesn't want us to know who he is. His name's Sleep. If you ever see him, you know he's the one who decided to post this dumb vid. Let him know that. Anyways. Lag. Bob has really nice, beautiful amount of lag, just 59 milliseconds. Wonderful. You can get really far with that. Reddit, on the other hand, Reddit has holy shit, 1K lag. He was telling the truth. What do you know? Anyways, Reddit has 1K lag. Modinary also has almost 1K lag. They're doing pretty fucking well if you ask me. Of course, I'm a noob, so I don't know anything. I'll leave it to you viewers to decide whether 1K lag is something to laugh about or not. Me, I'm still keeping a 1-to-1. I have a pistol. I have 500 lag. That's a decent lag. I wouldn't sweat that. Let's see what I said in the chat though. Almost there. And then I say I'm going to try something really stupid. I'm pretty sure me saying let's try something really stupid is probably a sign that I'm not being on try-hard mode right now. And if you're going to say, oh, you're not in try-hard mode, so you're a noob, okay, I don't even know how to deal with you then. Because if you expect me to be a try-hard in every single game, just to prove that I'm not a noob, there's no fucking way I'm doing that. There's no way. No way, man. It's not going to happen. I decided, well, if you want to know what I tried, I decided to use an AK in Rocket Launcher Spawnville. That was a term coined by Reddit in the next section. Yeah, we did not get owned, bitch. and then I beg for people to join like a noob. You should word that better, because... Actually, no, you shouldn't. If you want to know how a quote-unquote noob begs, you can see how to do that, and then you can avoid actually begging like that. Whatever, I'm being nitpicky and shit. Alright, so we both leave game, and Bob joins game. Bob has the best kill score. Reddit is a little behind. Lag's not too bad right now. Sleep's definitely the guy who made this vid. He's also definitely the Bob. Teehee. Alright. I joined back. Let's see what I say. I see Reddit says rocket launcher spawnville. You've heard I said that term earlier. This is where it came from. That's pretty much what this is. All you do is on the sides of the map, there's two up accelerators. You just bounce up and down on those and just shoot rockets across and people die. It's really that easy. This map, if you had enough money, required no skill to get a kill. You just bounce up and down, shoot rockets across. If you say Reddit's a noob, so are you, Bob. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I can't let that slide. And then I asked, do you guys want to try a different map? Probably because it's not fun to play in a game with no skill, where killing people requires no skill. It's fun to kill when, like, it actually takes skill to kill, because then there's actually reward value to it. Anyways, skip forward. Guys, join my game. Guys. Okay, where's the next part? Guys, okay. So I'm like, guys, join my game, guys. Okay. To people who don't want to be branded as noobs by this dude, never say that. Because apparently that's what a noob says when he asks people to join his game. Yeah. Rockets, rockets, rockets. Also, by the way, my game was a glitch map for all y'all's information. So yeah. Anyways, Reddit leaves with me. That's true. Now, he says, you are all noobs and got owned. Now, let me ask you this, Bob. Or should I say Sleep? You say we are the noobs. Now, Reddit was in the room a little later than you were, had a hell of a lot more lag than you, yet was able to more or less, keep up with your score. I would say that if he is a noob, then so are you. You can't discount a score that keeps up with your score, yet has 1,000 more milliseconds of lag than you. Also, joining later than you. You can't say that he's a noob, unless you're saying you're a noob. Which I doubt you all say that you're a noob. I'm sorry. Because you said you're quote-unquote owning all. Mod had the same issue of massive lag, almost 1K. He was also able to keep his 1-to-1 ratio. He joined much later in the game, got up to shotguns, and then left. And, that's not noobish at all. Not in rocket launcher spawnville, where you just shoot rockets across and people die. I mean, like, you try dodging rocket launcher spawnville, that's pretty crazy shit. Now, I don't have a lag excuse. What I do have is that I wasn't a tryhard. You somehow believe that people who aren't tryhards are noobs. If you're just trying to have fun, you're just deciding to bounce around, shoot a pistol, see whether you can kill some guys in rocket launcher spawnville with a pistol, and get away with a 1-to-1, and think that's noobish? I don't know, man. I don't know. Your way of viewing it is that people have to be a tryhard every single match. Does that make sense? Who does that? Apparently Bob does. Because he thinks that if you don't try hard, you're a noob. So, maybe it's just me, and the rest of the world thinks differently. I'll leave it up to you to decide. Post in the comments, tell me what you think. Bye.